All right, it's Coronation Eve with the big event rehearsed and ready to go. And joining me now is our Sky News Royal Editor, Sarah Hewson. She's at Westminster Abbey. Sarah, less than 24 hours. What's the mood like? Is London ready?
Evening to you, Rita. Well, the flags are flying, the bunting's up, the tents have been pitched all along the Mall leading up to Buckingham Palace, and the pubs are getting extended hours to help people take part in the celebration with a pint or two. The mood is certainly building here in London. Tourists have now arrived, taking in the sights at Westminster Abbey, and there are more rehearsals taking place today here for members of the royal family who are going to be a part of the coronation ceremony tomorrow. We heard from the Princess of Wales as she visited a pub yesterday that she still feels they've got a few ducks to get in a row. But it's a busy day for the royals as well, because they've got lots of engagements, including a lunch for the realm prime ministers. They've got a Commonwealth heads of government meeting and a big reception for overseas heads of state later on tonight.
Now, I know you've spoken to Peter a number of times about how monumental the preparation has been. Tell my viewers a little bit about that. Even things like Queen Elizabeth's insignia being replaced with that of King Charles.
Yeah, the minutiae of the preparations is quite incredible, and that's been going on since the death of the Queen in September of last year. But you mentioned the insignia CR3. That is the monogram of King Charles. Charles Rex for King, the Latin, the third. And that is on the shoulders and sleeves of all of the military taking part in the ceremonial elements tomorrow. The buttons have had to be changed. All of those details. The same for the police. The monogram on their helmets as well. You'll see it on post boxes eventually. There is a massive change. The stamps, for example. That is going to take some time to come into play properly. But in terms of those details for the military, look out for those tomorrow.
I like the look of that. That looks very smart indeed. Now, a lot of the international coverage has focused on Harry and the rifts in the family. Is that also a major focus in the UK, or is it the Australians and the Americans who are obsessed with that?
No, it is a focus here as well, Rita. Try as the royal family might to push this aside, and they really want this to be about the King and Queen Consort tomorrow. But Harry is, of course, a factor. What are people going to be looking for tomorrow? Well, who does he walk into Westminster Abbey with? Is he on his own? Who does he sit next to? What kind of interaction is there between him and his brother, given everything we've learned about that very fractured relationship thanks to the Netflix documentaries and Spare? I think we'll see very little of him tomorrow in the coverage. I think the royals will have ensured that there are very few camera shots of Harry, and certainly none of troubled looks between the brothers.
Sarah Hewson, you're the best in the business. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.